Good morning, students. Hopefully, by the grace of God, you all are fine. And honestly, you are studying. I am Manikant Mishra, Model English School, New Area. So, Chemistry class 10, lesson 2 we are discussing. Yesterday, we have discussed about the salt. Now some compounds are very important in our day-to-day life. Like a washing soda, widely used in the laundry. Baking soda, widely used in a bakery, preparing in the preparation of the bakery product in an antacid. Bleaching powder, it is widely used in a textile industry, also to kill the germs, sterilize the water. Plaster of Paris, the name itself reveals, widely used in a plastering. Caustic soda. See, all these compounds are really very important in our day-to-day life. So obviously we should know more about it. How to prepare, what are the properties. So we extend our learning process, discussion process regarding this. One of the important compound among them is a baking soda. Baking soda. Sodium hydrogen carbonate, also called sodium bicarbonate. Chemical formula NaHCO3. Now how to prepare this baking soda? With the help of the brine solution. What is a brine solution? 20% concentrated solution of sodium chloride is known as a brine solution. 20% concentration of sodium chloride is known as brine solution. So take sodium chloride, ammonia gas and water. Together it is called ammonical brine solution. Sodium chloride, ammonia gas and water. Together it is called ammonical brine solution. Brine solution is sodium chloride and we have taken ammonia. So it is together it is called ammonical brine solution. Is a pass through carbon dioxide. This ammonical brine solution is allowed to pass through carbon dioxide. Then we get sodium bicarbonate or sodium hydrogen carbonate and ammonium chloride aqueous. Sodium hydrogen carbonate is partially soluble in this solution. Sodium hydrogen carbonate is a partially soluble. So it means that it can be recovered easily by the process of filtration. So by the process of filtration we can obtain sodium hydrogen carbonate what we need. So this is the way to prepare this sodium hydrogen carbonate. This is what the preparation of baking soda. Now let us come to the properties of baking soda. What is its physical state? It is a white crystalline solid. It is a what? White crystalline solid. Solubility. It is sparingly soluble in water. Not wholly. Partially it is soluble in water. With water, aqueous solution of sodium hydrogen carbonate or baking soda is a mildly alkaline. Why? why aqueous solution of sodium hydrogen carbonate or baking soda is mildly alkaline? Let us try to understand the mechanism. So, sodium hydrogen carbonate dissociate into sodium ion and carbonate ion. First of all, sodium hydrogen carbonate it dissociate into sodium ion and hydrogen carbonate ion or bicarbonate ion. Now, bicarbonate ion combined with water forms carbonic acid and hydroxide ion. When bicarbonate combined with water, it dissociates into hydroxide ion and carbonic acid. Now this hydroxide ion combined with the sodium ion, it is a minus, it is a plus. So Na plus OH minus compound so formed is sodium hydroxide. Now in this mechanism we have two compounds, one is a carbonic acid, another one is a sodium hydroxide. In a resulting mixture we have the two pure compound, one is a carbonic acid, another one is a sodium hydroxide. My dear students, as we have already discussed, the carbonic acid is a weak acid. Carbonic acid is a weak acid. What does it mean? It produces lesser number of H plus ion. On the other hand, NaOH is a strong base. What does it mean? It produces large number of OH minus ion. So it means in a resulting mixture there will be a dominancy of the number of OH minus ion rather than H plus ion. So obviously this war will be won by the sodium hydroxide. I mean to say there will be more number of OH minus ion as compared to H plus ion. So as a result, overall what we can say, there is a aqueous solution of sodium bicarbonate is a slightly or mildly alkaline in nature. I think you understood it. Okay. Now next. So next property is action on heat. So when sodium bicarbonate or sodium hydrogen carbonate is heated, it dissociates into sodium carbonate, water plus carbon dioxide. Sodium bicarbonate reacts with the acids, then releases carbon dioxide gas. Sodium chloride plus water plus carbon dioxides. Now this, as we in the beginning I said, is a very important compounds. This baking soda is a very important compound, like it is a widely used in a making the bakery product. Like you see this, sometimes you are enjoying with the bread, bun, cake. So while preparation in the bakery, this bakery product, baking powder is added, not baking soda. Baking powder. So it means one of the important use of baking soda is a preparation of a baking powder. What is a baking powder? Baking powder is a mixture of a baking soda and weak acid, like a oxalic acid, tartaric acids are added, because just now we have discussed that aqueous solution of a baking soda is a mildly alkaline. So if you mix only baking soda, then cake will have bitter taste. Sometimes your mommy also makes a crunchy pakoda, crispy pakoda. So she used to add baking powder, not baking soda. Baking powder, as I said, baking soda has a slightly alkaline nature. So when only baking soda is added, then it will have the bitter taste. Nobody likes to enjoy. So in order to neutralize this slightly alkaline effect of baking soda, a weak acid like a oxalic acid, citric acid or tartaric acid is added. So baking powder is nothing but it is a mixture of a baking soda and a weak acid. So one of the important use of baking soda is making baking powder. It is also used in a soda acid type fire extinguisher. It is also used in making antacid tablet, so which is used in the when the people is suffering from the indigestion, or often we also called the person is suffering from acidity. So these are the few important use of baking soda. Hopefully you understood. Otherwise, please go through the video, and any problem you write on WhatsApp. Thank you. Have a nice day.